Thank you for joining tonight for the Stormwater Advisory Board morning. Please rise with me when we say together the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Call the roll, please.
Yes. Mike Brickman.
Here.
Here. Paul Heaton. Bill Leard.
Here.
Paul Nelson.
Here.
Scott Severson. Councilman Vasquez. Or Councilmember Harris. All right, you have a quorum.
Great, thank you. Move on to new business, docket number SM 260006. The applicant is INDOT. Do we have a representative from the applicant present?
Yes, so they are present via Zoom.
Okay.
Bill, are you able to hear us okay? Or see the video?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you want me to turn that up louder for the board? All right.
All right, thank you. So this location is State Road 8 near County Road 150 West for the replacement of existing small structure that carries State Road 8 over Phillips Ditch. Chelsea, do you have a staff report?
Yes, I do. So as you mentioned, the applicant is INDOT in care of NMS Consultants Inc. The applicant is proposing to replace the existing small structure carrying State Road 8 over Phillips Ditch, which is an open drain. And this is basically at the intersection of State Road 8 and County Road 150 West, on the west side of County Road 150 West. For the construction plans, the existing small structure is a 19-foot 10-inch span by 6-foot 6-inch rise, 3-sided reinforced concrete box structure. The proposed structure is a 24-foot span by 7-foot rise, reinforced concrete box structure. The existing field entrances and culverts conveying the roadside flow along State Road 8 to Phillips Ditch will remain in place. New wing walls and guardrail will be installed on the upstream and downstream ends of the proposed structure. For the construction plans, the invert of the proposed structure will be set at 654.1 on the downstream and upstream ends, and the invert of the existing structure appears to be 655.6 on both downstream and upstream ends. The proposed structure will provide an 18-inch sump, which is acceptable to the department. And then the upstream and downstream ends of the proposed structure will be treated with rock aprons or riprap to dissipate flows moving into and through the structure to minimize the potential for scour and erosion. You can see the sump with the flow line and the invert of the structure, as well as the rock aprons here in the screenshot of the construction plans that are shown on the screens. The in-stream work will be conducted in the dry via the use of a bypass pumping operation. A temporary clean water sandbag dike will be used to isolate the in-stream work and will provide the setup for the bypass pumping operation. For the construction plans, the inlets will be installed in a sump or pool, and energy dissipators and diffusers will be used at the outlets to help reduce the potential for erosion at the outlets of that bypass operation. Given the scope, extent, and character of the structure replacement work, the applicant will also likely need to obtain permits and authorizations from other state and federal agencies also having jurisdiction over Phillips Ditch, including U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Indiana Department of Environmental Management, and Indiana Department of Natural Resources. Staff requests that those authorizations be forwarded to the department once they are received for our records. And then based on our evaluation of the proposed stream crossing and its relationship to the ditch and the upstream and downstream crossings, staff recommends the approval of the proposed replacement of the small structure carrying State Road 8 over Phillips Ditch. The standard terms and conditions shall apply. The department notes that the applicant or INDOT is precluded from executing an agreement regarding any damages that may occur to Phillips Ditch as a part of the work, so INDOT does not have to complete the whole harmless agreement. However, in making an application application to conduct the proposed work. The applicant has agreed to restore any disturbance to the regulated drain or regulated drainage easement to a condition as good or better than that found prior to the commencement of work. In addition to the standard terms and conditions, staff also recommends the following special provisions. Provide the department with the authorizations received for the project from the state and federal agencies, including U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, IDEM, and IDNR. Invite the department to the pre-construction conference to be held prior to the start of work, and contact the department at least 72 hours prior to the start of work at Phillips Ditch. Staff also notes that there will be a likely need for an unofficial or local detour route to be established on the local county road system as a part of the project. The identification of such unofficial detour route shall be agreed upon in a letter of understanding designating that unofficial detour route shall be signed by both NDOT and Porter County prior to the start of work. That concludes my staff report.
Thank you, Chelsea. Does the NDOT rep have anything to add? Anything additional?
Bill, the question is if NDOT has anything to add or anything additional to share with the board.
No, just one request. Chelsea, are you able to send me minutes from tonight, or are you able to send me an email with the items you just laid out as far as what Porter County would like to see as far as permits and all that, pre-con invitation and things like that?
Yeah, I can share my staff report with you.
Okay. All right. No, that's it. Just said, one other thing is that this structure replacement is definitely needed. Sometimes you get a culvert replacement, and culverts appear to be in pretty good shape, but that's not the case here. So we're getting ready to move to stage 3. I believe the letting will be in the fall or in the spring of either late 26 or early 27.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the board?
Chelsea, can you explain to me why they don't have to do the whole harvest? I didn't catch that.
It's because it's NDOT, so it's a state agency, and like I'll answer this better.
That your jurisdiction, so they don't.
Yeah, it's jurisdiction.
Okay.
Overarching.
Okay, I didn't understand that. Okay. Copy that.
Do you know if they have already applied for these permits through the Corps, through the state yet? And how long does that take?
We've already applied. I believe we've already applied for the 401, 404. It's probably going to be, my guess is it'll probably be 2 months before we get approval. But yeah, we've already coordinated with NDOT. We've already sent the applications to the regulatory agencies. So we're just waiting now.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for, or not the minutes, for the approval for putting this culvert in under SM 26006.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Great.
Do you have some standard terms and conditions to add, Chelsea, or?
Yeah, and then Bill, this will be presented at the Stormwater Management Board meeting that has been rescheduled from tomorrow to Tuesday, May 19th at 9 a.m. That will be held here at our county offices. You do not need to attend the meeting, however, you are welcome to. And then following that approval, we will issue the approval letter to you.
Okay, great. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay. Next item, docket SM 260007. Forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. This is the Gretchen Administrative Subdivision. County Road 1200 North, approximately a quarter mile west of the intersection of County Road 1200 North and Burdick Road, for the dedication of a public regulated drainage easement within the subdivision. Do we have the applicants present? Great. You want to come join us up front here? Chelsea, I'm assuming you have a staff report?
I do, yes.
Name and address.
Yeah. Welcome. Can you provide your name and address for the record, please?
Bill Greekin, 454 East, 525 North, Valpo.
Thank you.
So the a little bit of backstory before I dive into the staff report. Melissa, if you go to the next slide, please. So just to refresh your memory, we are in the area of Kimber Ditch Arm 18. If you will recall, back in 2024, a portion of that regulated drain was vacated, and some of the opposition to that was because of longstanding drainage issues within the area. Well, those drainage issues stemmed from the body of water that you see on the screen here. So it's a pond, wetland, lake, where the existing outlet drain tile has been blocked or has failed. So you see significantly elevated water levels. However, there's not a drainage easement currently in place over the outlet of this pond, lake, wetland area. So the department approached the Greekins back starting, I believe that was 2021, 2022, when the conversation started about getting a drainage easement in place over that red rectangle that I put on the screen over the existing overland flow route. So the Greekins have been going through the process of the administrative subdivision, and as a part of, instead of doing a drainage easement agreement, and we figured it would be smoothest and easiest to have this drainage easement shown on the plat of subdivision of that administrative subdivision. That way the drainage easement they always carry with the property, but that way it's a little bit more explicit and it's a little bit easier to map that drainage easement out. Like I said, the department's request was to include a public or regulated drainage easement within their 2-lot administrative subdivision, and then that will allow the department to come through and do an outlet reconstruction project on this pond, and then improvements to the overland flow route or swale that is within that, is visible from the aerial, but is within that red rectangle. So if you go to the next slide, please, Melissa. I know you can't really see it very well here on the plat subdivision, but that drainage easement is shown going through the middle of the property. I'll just show you on the screen here. So this is the limits of the drainage easement on the plat. So with that, staff's recommendation is that Porter County accepts the public or regulated drainage easement as shown on the plat subdivision, including the responsibility for the inspection, maintenance, repair, and reconstruction of the stormwater or drainage infrastructure located within that easement. There are other drainage easements shown on the plat. However, those easements will remain private and will be maintained by the individual lot owners. And this platted subdivision and the dedication language clearly delineates the responsibility of the public drainage easement and then the private drainage easements as well. So, like I mentioned, staff's recommendation is that the board recommends that Porter County accepts the responsibility for that public/regulated drainage easement through the property.
Thank you, Chelsea. Do you have anything to add or any additional information, questions?
No.
No? Okay, thank you. Does the board have any questions or comments?
So this is a 2-lot, 2 large lots.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as what the department will have regulatory access over on this property, how is that going to help with the flooding issues to the north of 1200?
Yeah, so if you go to the previous slide, please, I think it'll be easiest to talk off the aerial screen. So the access will come in off of 1200 through the drainage easement to be able to access, just show it here for everyone, to access this point, which will be the outlet for the pond area. And then the department reconstructed the drain tile through this blue shaded area and improved the roadside ditch along 1200. So we currently have a functioning outlet for this water to flow to. And then once it leaves the drain tile reconstruction project, it flows into a ravine that is not a part of the regulated drainage system anymore, and then flows into the Shirley Hines wetland reconstruction project that is further north and upstream.
So you're talking the outlets right here,
Yes.
and it will be going straight this way. Is there an outlet over here?
No. So this is a sag in the road.
Yeah.
So this is a low spot, and then there's a high spot here and a high spot over there. But it seems like with the way the contours are, that when the road was put in, that it almost went through the existing low spot.
Right.
It was a part of this historic wetland area.
Okay.
So in reality, this is kind of feeding the wetland, benefits the Shirley Hines Trust then.
It will. I mean, there's currently water moving through the overland
Right.
swale. We're just going to be able to lower the water level so it's not impacting. Currently, the water level is affecting septic systems, some houses, and the roadways and driveways.
So it's a win-win kind
Yes.
of deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will be that overland flow route. We'll be able to reshape it to where it's easier to maintain. Currently, with the way the water flows through it, it stays wet pretty much all the time, as I'm sure the green can speak to. And then also have an outlet that's functioning and that can also be easily maintained.
Can you actually set the level with how? Because this is it's a wetland, so it's going to actually ebb and flow.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be set at a certain elevation?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll always go out that way. So nobody can go there and manipulate the elevation.
Right, and that's one benefit of it being within the public drainage easement is, let's say, and manipulate for a higher water level down the road. The county has that easement to be able to have a violation to say that you.
Right, because you can't say nobody can do it. We can control.
We would have the access to be able to go in and remove that obstruction.
Does the drainage easement dedication language meet like the department standards? Does it give us the proper tools to be able to enter that as required?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So we worked with their surveyor to have that drainage easement dedication language on the plat per our standard format.
Sure. Okay, I know dealing with those myself, sometimes if the language isn't right, you can get yourself kind of caught up in some sticky situations. So,
yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion? We'll entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve SM 260007, the dedication of a public regulated drainage easement with proposed subdivision.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. None. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
This will be our management board meeting. You're welcome to attend, but you're not required. And then also at that meeting is where we'll have the discussion about the waiver.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. Have a good night.
All right. Item D, our stormwater program managers report.
Yeah. So I was expecting this to take a little bit longer, so I kept my program manager's report a little bit shorter. But so far to date, we have initiated 35 projects, majority of which have been maintenance projects, looking at doing some logjam clearing, tree removal projects along Cook and Reed Stitch, getting started here in the next couple of weeks. And then a few capital improvement projects have started. The big one is Rolling Meadows subdivision, that is by Aberdeen and Sherwood Forest that we've previously talked about. Mobilization started today, so substantial completion will be August 15th. Final completion will be September 15th. And following the completion of our stormwater project, the highway department is then going to come through and mill and resurface the remaining roads that our stormwater project did not impact. So this will be a subdivision-wide improvement project, kind of joint project between stormwater and highway. Then the Bridlewood subdivision ravine restoration project has wrapped up. They finished that April 30th. So that turned out really good. I'm very happy with the way that the restoration looked. And next meeting, I'll have some photos with some vegetation. That way, it's not just the same pictures of erosion control blanket and riprap for you guys. And then the final capital improvement project is the Hidden Hollow subdivision phase 2, or Hackney Lane drainage and pavement improvement projects. This is in the area of the Highland subdivision and Valley View subdivision, just south of US 30 and County Road 150 North. Bids are due tomorrow, and this is another joint project between the Highway Department and Stormwater. I know we've talked about this project before, but the Highway Department is going to do a full depth reconstruction of Hackney Lane, and then Stormwater is going to reimburse Highway for the installation of the stormwater infrastructure in the existing low spot of Hackney Lane. So get this one wrapped up. This has been a long-standing issue, so it'll be good to have this one off of the books. But those are the three major capital improvement projects we have finished or started, and then looking at, depending on where the bids come in tomorrow, have a few other ones that we'd like to get done this year. But continue moving forward with our maintenance, regulating and drain inspections and assessments, and moving forward from there.
So when you do this 30 project with the highway,
Mhm.
do you have a stormwater person on site the whole time to make sure they're meeting our criteria, or how's that work exactly?
So we do have Tom McNabb. He is our field inspector. So he won't be there full time.
No, I understand that,
But yes, he
you're
will
checking
be
in.
checking
Okay.
in every day. Definitely spending time there every day to make sure that things are progressing. And then like rolling out of subdivision, Tom and then our consultant Burke Engineering, someone from one of those representatives will be on
Okay.
site all the time coordinating with the contractor, especially during those critical pieces of work where you need to see what's going on and make sure that it's meeting the spec.
Any construction project I may not need to still be there, you know.
And we always have department representation on our projects, at least checking in daily.
Copy.
You have to know when like they get their permits and everything. Are they going to provide that to you, or you got to keep asking for it?
So with these projects, since they are in-house projects, we are the ones that have initiated all the permits.
I like the one we were talking about earlier today. What was that?
With NDOT.
Yeah, with that. I mean, do you have to keep asking for that, or will they actually provide that to you?
They'll actually provide that to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wondered if you have to keep asking for stuff.
Yeah. No, they, especially NDOT, they've been pretty good about providing it to us, and they're really the main applicants that would be requiring those permits for that.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Of course.
Okay, discussion. Is there any other discussion for the board? I will open this up for any members of the public that wish to address the board. Seeing none, our next meeting will be June 8th at 5 p.m. in this room, and we are now at recess.
Congratulations, President Pro Tem.
Vice President, I had to fill in as.
I've done that. They said
It's been
I did the vice president like the first 2 meetings after.